All right, folks. Well, it's only been a couple of days since I finished up the bend in Alvord with Edward Shin. I had a great weekend hanging out with Daisy and Megan out here, and now I've been joined up with Donald with Soft Roading the Rest, and we are going to travel around another 250 miles of gorgeous desert country along the Owyhee Canyon. All right, so rolling off the playa there turned out to be a little bit more entertaining than maybe we had originally anticipated. We had some recent rains here, even though it's a gorgeous day today. The last couple of days we had some rainstorms come through and some pretty significant water crossings to be able to get off the playa there. All right, so we're just coming out of the off the Alvord there, and coming up through that gully that you have to drive through is actually a really beautiful drive. Lots of colorful rock, some beautiful plants that not just sage, but there's like some buckbrush that's just got a little tint of orange and reds to it that's really popping off with the late afternoon sun. So absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, the one thing is, don't forget to look in the rearview mirror. It is a beautiful view of the Steens coming out of there. All right, so Donald and I kicked off the route we had pre-planned onto another road that looked interesting. Our hope is that it might have a spot somewhere along the line where there would be a really amazing camp spot with a beautiful view of the Alvord and the Steen Mountains. So far it hasn't worked out that way. It's been a pretty enjoyable drive, but it's kind of a lot been down in a ravine area with little fleeting glimpses of the Steens here and there. It is a nice drive, not super technical, but not, you know, a ride through the park either. Just a, you know, fun little off-grid road. All right, folks, well, we stopped here really quick after this whole trip, even including the trip with Edward. I have been seeing horse scat along the roads everywhere, but have yet to lay eyes on a set of wild horses. Finally, way off on a rim over there, barely visible with our cameras, we found two horses. There looks to be two horses over there. So we're just checking them out real quick, trying to get some shots of them, but like I said, they're pretty far. You might just see a couple dots out on the far horizon. All right, folks, well, we just pulled out onto Coyote Lake. This is actually not the Alvord, it's a separate lake bed all on its own. And it's, you know, a good drive out here, but it's a pretty cool spot. I mean, it impressed
really
me.
Cool spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot bigger. I mean, I actually came through here couple summers ago, and I just, from my mind, I remember it being a bit smaller, but it's actually fairly good size, and there's nobody out here.
Nobody out here. It's pristine, and there's wildlife, and there's still views of the mountains, and it's lovely.
All right, folks, well, we are chasing daylight, trying to get to the spot we want to camp tonight, but man, I tell you what, we are going through some absolutely stunning, beautiful grassland. I mean, I tell you what, when I imagine a western scene, a rangeland, this is it. This is absolutely gorgeous. We've got some storm clouds off to the left, a little bit of a rainbow. I don't know if it's going to come out in the camera, but man, I tell you what, it just doesn't get more beautiful than this. We stopped here, we came down this road, which turned out to be a lot more challenging than Donald and I think originally anticipated. So we found a spot here where it's pretty flat, we could get turned around, and we can even camp for tonight because it's already getting late and we're both just really wiped out from the day of driving. It's been beautiful, but a long day. We are going to go take a quick walk up the road, see if there's anything else up ahead that might be better. But we know we can't make it all the way through this road, so we just want to make sure that we don't just keep driving and end up somewhere where we're in a really bad position and we can't get turned around. All right, so we ended up deciding that it wasn't a good idea to go any further down this trail. It just kept getting worse. We didn't see any better spots that we would be able to pull off and camp. So we decided to stop while things were looking good for us, camp in this location, and just call it an easy night tonight. So tonight I've got just some steak and potato soup. I think Donald's doing something simple as well. We have a cold beer out of the refrigerator, just heated up over the stove. This is one of the things, again, I enjoy about having the van, is just having a nice setup inside, so I don't have to, even though it's a really pleasant evening outside, I don't have to set anything up outside. I can just heat something up quick inside. Tomorrow we have, a lot more cool area to travel, and we're going to explore some there's a lot of places throughout this trip. Like I said, this is going to be a 5-day trip, so there's a lot of cool places that me and Donald are going to explore, and I think you guys will really like it. But if you guys did like this video, please do give it a like. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave those down below. I'm going to crack a beer and see you guys again outside.